We have developed a complete system for acquiring, processing, and rendering panoramic LightField still images for virtual reality. This system enables people to virtually explore interesting places, like this wheel well of the Space Shuttle Discovery at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, with a degree of immersion that is difficult to obtain using other technologies. A user needs only a VR-ready laptop and a consumer VR headset with positional tracking, such as the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, or Windows Mixed Reality to enjoy these light fields. Our system provides for efficient acquisition, high-quality rendering, and state-of-the-art compression, using several novel contributions described in our paper. We developed 2 novel LightField camera rigs to acquire our imagery. The first was built using the 16 GoPro Hero 4 cameras from a Jump Odyssey rig. By placing these cameras on an arc and spinning them around, we collect a full sphere of images to generate a panoramic LightField still. It takes as few as 30 seconds to acquire a panoramic LightField using this rig, so it is capable of imaging people. We found that we can produce the effect of eye contact with the viewer by having the subjects follow the rig with their eyes as it rotates. The second LightField rig has a mount for 2 standard DSLR or mirrorless cameras for extra high-quality imagery. These cameras cover the sphere by spinning in a spiral over the sphere's surface, with one camera spinning up and the other down, starting from the equator. This rig also allows us to acquire high dynamic range images to capture the full contrast range in scenes with complex lighting. To prepare these spherical collections of images for rendering, we developed a fully automated cloud-based processing pipeline. This pipeline uses structure from motion to calibrate all of the image's positions, orientations, and camera lens parameters. We computed depth map for every LightField image using multi-view stereo, where each depth map is generated from the neighboring images around each LightField image. The depth maps are used by our LightField viewers' image interpolation process to render the LightFields with high quality. To render our light fields, we developed a novel disk-based reconstruction algorithm. This algorithm renders each light field image as a distinct textured mesh based on the depth maps generated during processing. The textured mesh for each light field image is viewed through a dish-shaped window. The disks are sized large enough to overlap with each other, and when blended together form a seamless view of the scene. This allows fast and high-quality reconstruction from anywhere within the LightField viewing volume, with accurate motion parallax and dynamic view-dependent effects like reflections and refractions. To further improve rendering quality, we introduce a novel application of LightField pre-filtering to smooth away most of the remaining rendering artifacts. The most common LightField artifact, edge doubling, is distracting and can flicker when the user moves around in the viewing volume. Pre-filtering converts these artifacts to a less distracting blur, while maintaining sharp reconstruction in other areas. In order to deliver our LightFields to users efficiently, we provide a practical LightField compression approach using a modified version of VP9, the open-source video codec. Our codec brings with it all the power and flexibility of VP9, allowing the ability to tune compression based on variable quality and size requirements. We have launched this system to the public in the form of Welcome to LightFields, a free application available on the Steam store that allows people to virtually explore numerous places, including the scenes in our paper. We have recorded LightFields from a variety of locations to demonstrate the breadth of our system and its practical performance in real-world scenarios. Our system is able to reproduce the visual complexity of trees with thin branches and many leaves. View-dependent effects come alive, like the reflections in the monitors and the mixed reflections and refractions through the windows here in the flight deck of the Space Shuttle Discovery. One can see the light peeking through the individual panes of the stained glass window of St. Stephen's Church in Granada Hills. And this scene in the Gamble House in Pasadena shows dull reflections in the sink, sharp reflections on the tiled wall, and specular highlights on the facets of the tea set. Even this scene inside an Airstream trailer showing reflections of the moving camera rig and complex reflections throughout the aluminum cabin produce believable and immersive results. It's also possible to use our system to view movie production quality synthetic scenes in real time. These scenes were created by rendering about 1,000 images in Maya and feeding them into our system as if they came from one of our real-world camera rigs. Thank you for watching this video, and please read our paper for more details. And also, please download Welcome to LightField from the Steam store to experience our panoramic light fields for yourselves.